Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at the Trade Federation AAT from the LEGO Star Wars line from the year 2000. So not the first year of LEGO Star Wars, not the year that Phantom Menace itself came out, but the year after. Pretty close. A very important thing, I think, to have on the market while Phantom Menace hype is strong and all. This was very prominently featured in the movie. I remember it pretty clearly. It kind of impressed upon me. It was one of the things that I liked the design of in particular. And given its day, I think they did a pretty nice job with the shaping of it. Obviously, the whole thing is a design that's a little bit difficult to pull off in real life because it has so much of its weight hanging off the back. But this does stand up on its own, doesn't need any clear bricks underneath there. It is a little bit back heavy as it is, but it does the trick. There are just a few small pieces missing from this, unfortunately. Once again, another small failure from a very, very experienced Bricklink seller and longtime LEGO collector. 100% verified with parts lists, guaranteed, complete. Not. Big thing about this one, major standout feature of it, I'd say, is the pair of these large quarter disc pieces, or quarter saucer pieces that have been used in a handful of other themes before, done in tan and then printed very heavily. Makes for a very good look from a distance. A lot of folks will not appreciate that for LEGO, want to see things that are built up with more pieces, but to be honest with you, it does look pretty good. It does really capture that shape and gets those nice big torpedo tubes in there. They are printed pretty well with the angling that they put in there and with the level of gradients that they added. I think that's done nicely. The main turret is able to spin around, and it's also able to give you a little bit of elevation control. You can't bring the barrel down below level, unfortunately, but you can bring it up. So there's up one click. It is hinged, so one single click will take it up quite far. And it is limited in how far it'll turn left to right, which is perfectly fine, because if they let you just spin it around too much, well, first of all, I don't think the real thing does spin around too much. I mean, it is a hover tank after all. The whole thing can swing around pretty easily. But also, you would start to move the weight behind the center of gravity, and then it would definitely fall back. So this is good. I think this was well chosen. Looks pretty good. There's just one small piece that's missing from back here, just a little tile that would help this to sit in place a little bit better. The joints are nice and tight right now. The hatch is really nice. It uses that same piece that's used for the Imperial Walker foot, right? One of the pieces that's missing, another piece that's missing is the secondary one of these antenna pieces underneath. A little anti-personnel weapon. There should be another one over on this side. Here's this one back here. Notice this has the tan base for the antenna. I actually don't have any of those whatsoever, which is why I haven't just replaced the parts here. Tan, that's a cool color to have for those. The hatch opens up with a hinged back to it as well to reveal a very small compartment which carries a pair of macro binoculars, and you can fold a droid up in there, a battle droid. So each of your battle droids comes with one of these old school blasters, which harkens back to classic LEGO space. That was cool in its day, but the newer ones that they came up with, the newer designs, are much, much nicer. So folding up this battle droid, right, completely, you can just fit him down in there. And this was kind of, that whole ratcheting joint system was kind of stiff with those. I think they'd only really needed one, but I guess they wanted to make it even out from side to side. So you fold up your droid and one will fit in there. There's also space up here. And here, the one that sits doesn't have to be folded up all the way. So this one can actually sit in a slightly more natural position. It's nice that the droid is just 2 studs wide in total. So there you go. Has enough room. You can actually see him through there, interestingly. That's kind of funky. I wish that was closed up. I think closing that up would have been better. But then I don't know if they would have gotten the shaping done as nicely. These are nicely angled here, and they also give you little spots, little clips on these bricks to attach your blasters when your droids are inside of the thing. That's nice, and it doesn't look so bad. Looks kind of like it's actually part of the build. I think that was a really good decision. The blue, I'm not happy with. I don't like that. It stands out too much. I think there was some color on this thing, but that's just a little bit too much. Other than that, again, especially for its day, I think this was nicely done and it was presentable. So it has play value. You know, you can scoot it around. It's got the inverted tiles. Look at these pieces. They're completely hollow on the underside. I mean, there's no reason for them to have any fill under there, but it feels a little bit weird to just grab there. But the whole thing still, the entire tank has a decent amount of weight. But you've got the inverted round tiles under there, which allow it to skirt around, you know, fairly easily. And you can turn this around, and you can raise this up and down. You can put the droids in it, and you can break pieces off of it to represent battle damage. I think it was a successful set. Of course, if you took too much battle damage, then you might just want to take the whole thing apart and maybe take one of these suggestions. Nice little transport there. That's kind of cool, actually. These are ratcheted on the sides. This pods definitely looks like something from the Star Wars universe. Put the engines back here. I like it. And then there's this. Makes for a little fighter. That has a lot of Battlestar Galactica feel to it, I think. But it's cool. I like it. And putting the little cone pieces, the fluorescent orange cone pieces into the engine inlets. Looks good. Yeah, just a couple of alternate things you could do with this. Even though it had two super large pieces which were printed, it was stuff that, you know, it was easy enough to imagine being used in different ways. It's not too specific, the print on it. So it ends up, you know, those parts end up still being very usable for very different things. The figures, well, they're just battle droids, just plain battle droids, so nothing fancy, nothing new, nothing unexpected to see here, just plain battle droids with each of them having identical arms at that time because of the type of blaster that they used, which would be held off to the side of the hand. And that's just it for this set. Another nice little look back into history, back into something that now is actually classic, believe it or not. When this set came out, I was not buying any Lego Star Wars stuff at all. I wasn't interested, but I was buying the 3 3/4 inch scale stuff, both old and at that time new figures and vehicles, and it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I definitely never thought I would be thinking of Phantom Menace merchandise in a classic sense or as vintage material. Hope you enjoyed this look at this set. If you have anything that you'd like to say about it, of course, by all means, please do leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon.